What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So today we have a very interesting video related to Conquest. I wasn't planning on making this video, but this battle was so difficult, and I think I blew about 1,000 crystals, so I'm pretty much poor right now. Just waiting for the GAC payout. To complete the battle, and that's the 8TST battle in Sector 5. This battle was an absolute nightmare. I tried so many different comms teams, data disks. I mean, it was just... I finally figured something out. I stumbled across one team that actually worked. I'm not sure if this is going to work for you guys. I hope it does, but I'm just going to show you what I figured out and kind of the strategy I used to beat this node, because this was probably one of the hardest conquest nodes I think I've ever done. I mean, this one is really, really tough. And hopefully you only have to do it once if you do this correctly, because I don't want to do this battle again. Fortunately, we're going to have to do it 2 more times with the next 2 conquests, but maybe it's going to get nerfed, maybe it will get easier once we figure out strategy, maybe someone can improve upon my strategy. I don't know, but let's get started with the video. Alright, so here is the node. I haven't even collected my data discs. I just did this battle. I'm glad I'm getting Deadly Catalyst. That is a blessing and a half. Alright, so this battle, it is an absolute nightmare. So I'm going to explain the mechanics first. And we're going to do this without a Galactic Legend. I think you can do this with a Galactic Legend. I mean, I'm not sure, actually. I haven't tried using a Galactic Legend yet, but I did it without. And the reason I wanted to show this is because that's 5 burritos is 5 burritos, you know what I mean? Like, there's already so many really ridiculous feats in this conquest, so you're gonna need every single one to make sure you get to that red box. So if you don't have Leia, don't worry about it. I'm sure if you have Leia, this will be very easy because Leia just runs over everything. But let's go over the mechanics. So what makes this so difficult is the walker cannot be damaged, okay? It's got 5... It has 5 like lives, I guess you want to call it, or whatever, but basically you have to set explosive charges on the walker in order to take away its shields, or disable the bunker shields, whatever the mechanic's called, whatever. Anyways, every time you disable a shield, they recover 100% health and protection, okay? There's going to be 2 scout troopers that constantly respawn throughout the battle. You're going to ignore them for the most part. The thing that makes this super difficult is the charges. So when your character uses a charge, the next turn they have to plant the charge. You can't do any abilities. And while you're setting the charge, like while your character's taking the time to, like, you know, set the bomb, they lose 90% of their speed. Can't gain bonus turn meter, and they can't counterattack. They can't do anything. Like, they're kind of like isolated, but they're not isolated. And then on their next turn, they have to set the charge. So you basically lose your next 2 turns, except it's going to take you forever to get to that charge. And the thing is, you can't have anybody die. That's the toughest part, because every character gets 1 charge, and you have to have all charges set off with every character. So let's go ahead and take a look at the video. I'm glad I recorded it, because we're gonna kind of I'm gonna show you what I use. We'll go over the modding at the end of the video and the consumables, all that stuff, but let's just take a look. Alright, so before we do start, I do want to show you what consumables I would recommend. The Frenzy one, you're gonna actually I'm playing them, crap. Oh well. You're gonna want Frenzy, you're gonna want Health. And then in terms of a booster, I actually didn't have Tenacity. Tenacity would be amazing, okay? Trust me. So this is actually the ideal scenario. You're going to want to... I just can't believe I equipped all those, but whatever. That's kind of the ideal scenario that I use. I think this is probably the best. Tenacity and Health are very important. But yeah, that's what I used. And then we'll look at my data discs real quick. I don't think my data discs actually help me much. I have like a Ruthless build. I always go Ruthless in Conquest, but the offense and TM stacking, you're going to realize, doesn't really help you a whole lot. I think the 2 that actually helped the most was the Epic Consumable boost, because we want to get more out of our boost. So, you know, the Tenacity and the Health, that'd be really, really good. And then the Attack on a Turn 8% Mastery gain. That's really good, because that just helps you with survivability and just extra stats. And we're going to be attacking out of turn quite a bit. But I think those 2 are actually good. I don't think the rest of them actually help me. So, yeah, I would just consider redoing your whole data disc just for this one fight. Alright, let's get started with the gameplay. So, this is the team we're running, guys. I tried so many different things, but you're gonna want to open up with L3's taunt. I don't know the taunt, the when she bops her head. We're gonna wiggle, taunt. I didn't really have a game plan going into this. This is my second attempt doing this. I remodded the team. We'll go over the mods at the end, but the reason I went with Swordy, guys, is because you really want to make sure we have a fast team, because we're going to lose all of our speed when we start setting the charges. I did try Thrawn, you know, because you can swap TM with characters with the charge. It's just, you know, you're not as durable. Like, we're going to be taking a lot of hits, and as the one thing you're going to see is we get staggered a lot. So the character that sets the charge, so right now we have IG-11. I went for IG-11 and I went for Lobot first. So they're not going to do anything for a while, but they're very important characters, so I want to make sure they get their charge done early. I'm not too worried about L3 because L3 is very tanky, but we got to make sure we're constantly getting those staggers off and getting tenacity up as much as we can, because see Lobot, he's never going to get a turn because he keeps getting dazed. Obviously, he's not going to get any bonus turn meter when you're setting the charge, but you know, if he's staggered and he has only 10% speed, he's never going to hit a turn because the walker takes a million turns, guys. I mean, an absolute metric ton of turns. So this is what worked for me, and honestly, we're about the 2-minute mark. That's kind of where my Thrawn team was starting to lose characters. Once you lose somebody, it's pretty much over. And the nice thing with Swordy is we get the free revive, and then you also, if you have L3 Zeta, everybody gets like a free savior, so to speak. So pretty durable, and we get pretty close to death. I don't think I remodded everybody on this team, but you pretty much play it like you normally would play it. You put the tenacity up anytime you can with Swordy. So now we're about to get IG-11's bomb. Cool. Now he's done, which means he'll never go back into that state. And the reason he's so important is because now that he's done, and he's actually the fastest character on the team, I believe. Or not the fastest, but Swordy's faster. But anyways, I have IG-11 modded very, very quick because I want him constantly cleansing those debuffs. Get rid of that stagger. That way we can get the other charges planted much quicker. But you pretty much play it like you would normally play it. Don't worry about taunts or anything because you're just going to get your buffs dispelled. It's all about just healing, just surviving. Lobot's getting ready to take his turn here, which is pretty good. So we're going to wiggle, I think, here with BB-8. Or did I place charge? I think I might have placed charge. I think I'm debating it right now. No, yeah, we weren't ready just yet. So, all right. So now we got 2 charges down. If you can see at the top where the boss is only has 3 charges left. So the 3 charges we have to do left are L3. L3 is already in her charge state right now. L3 is the tough one because she's naturally slow, so she's very slow. So you got to make sure the stagger just comes off of her. I think she was actually the last charge for the team, so she stayed in this stagger state for quite a while. I might consider modding her for speed, maybe. I think speed would actually help quite a bit. So Lobot's here. Lobot also helps because he can cleanse all the debuffs. But I think once you get to this part of the fight, if you get the first couple charges done and use this comp, and everyone's kind of healthy, I think you're in a pretty good state. VIP on BB-8 is very important though, very, very important. You want to make sure BB-8 gets the VIP. And in terms of survivability, I think everybody was at full stamina as well. So that's the other thing too. I don't think you can do this at like 50% stamina. I don't know which GL that actually can do this because I was thinking Ray, but I'm like, I honestly see Ray losing to this. This is kind of ridiculous of a fight. So, got the taunt up with IG-11. Gonna heal up with Lobot. We just got BB-8's charge done. And we did, we did Swordy's too. Swordy's was quick because she's just naturally fast. So now we're just waiting on L3. We're just got to survive until L3 takes a turn. So we just got to make sure we're constantly putting as much buffs as we can. Try to get that tenacity up if we can from Swordy. But for the most part, it's looking pretty good. I think evasion, if you don't have evasion, I'm sorry, if you don't have tenacity as a consumable, I think evasion would also be another good one here. So since L3 was the weakest there, L3 got the tenacity up from Swordy. About to lose BB-8 here. But the thing is, if you lose a character at this point, it's okay because we just need L3's charge. But ideally, you don't want to lose anybody, right? And hopefully you only do this battle once. But it's looking pretty good here. I honestly thought I was about to win, believe it or not, but after you take the charges off the boss, you still have to fight and kill the boss. It's like, it's not over yet. I was just like, oh no. I was like, oh no, so IG-11 will get rid of all these debuffs for us, which will be great. Thank you. So that's kind of how you get that last charge with L3. You kind of just need to get the staggers off and just let L3 just slowly, you know, build that TM. Whew, man, BB-8 is like... BB-8 I should have modded a lot better. Trust me. He got way too close to death way too many times. I could have modded him way better. I actually didn't remod him at all. So... But the rest of the team is holding pretty strong. We're almost there, guys. We're almost at that final charge. And then the stormtroopers will revive. I mean, sorry, the scout troopers will revive again right here. So now I just go straight for the boss. I'm like, you know what? Screw the scout troopers. I don't care. They're stealth anyways. But I'm just like, all in on the boss. All in on the boss. And since we've been attacking out of turn so much, our mastery ramp has been pretty significant throughout the battle. So you're going to see some nice damage from some of these characters here. Yeah, 70, 80k from IG-11. And yeah, now we just finish off the scout troopers and we're pretty much done. I know it looked easy, but honestly, it took quite some figuring out to do. Yeah, I'm not too sure what other teams might be able to pull this off. I'm sure there's something I'm probably missing, but this is what I used. You know, you're completing the 3 stars. You're also completing the non-Galactic Legend feat. And hopefully you don't have to do this again for another month, you know, ideally. And then we get to see, I don't know what this is, but we get to see it. Alright, so there's the feat. I also got my 20 battles without losing a unit. Let's take a look at the mods real quick on these characters. I think I recorded that, right? Yeah. So, relic levels, mods, all that good stuff. So, yeah, health set on Sortie. I got her at 297. Probably get her even faster, honestly. IG-11, very important. Get him as fast as you can get him. As fast as you can get him, as much health on him as possible. He needs to be fast because he just needs to clear those staggers, guys. And then after 11, we have BB-8. Didn't even touch his mods. His mods are atrocious, so probably could have made him tankier. In hindsight, honestly, just could have made him take here. Also, probably just could have made him faster. I didn't even touch his mods. I didn't think I was going to clear it, but L3 didn't touch her mods either. Again, because of how long it took for her to set her charge, I think piling a little bit extra speed on her might help. You know, might help you maybe get to that charge a couple turns earlier. But she was really never in danger, so I'm not too concerned about her health and protection pool. But I think I probably could have gotten her to like maybe 230. 230 I think would have been okay. 220-ish. Just a little bit faster. You know what I mean? And then Lobot I remodded. Just make him fast, make him tanky. My Lobot's only R3. Most people probably don't have more than an R3 Lobot right now, so tanky and fast. Yeah, and that's pretty much it, guys. Well, that's gonna be it for today's video, guys. I hope this video helps you guys. I hope it encourages you that this fight is doable. It is possible without a Galactic Legend. And I know this conquest is gonna suck. It already has, and it's definitely a hard conquest. Like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know if CGs were making us use consumables now, or they're relying on us to use consumables to clear everything, but it's tough. But if you guys enjoyed today's video, please be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. I'm actually interested to hear about what you guys use. I'm hoping this is one of those scenarios where I just overthought something and I'm using some ridiculously hard team, and there's probably something that everyone else is using out there that I'm just not thinking of, because this is a tough fight. This really is a tough fight. And I've tried a bunch of teams and I'm just like, I don't know how to stay alive, set the charges, and be able to kill things. It's asking you for quite a bit. But take care, guys. Have a great day, and I'll see you all in the next video.